Because from Ahmedabad or Baroda, one Mataji is also coming. So I was just remembering you.
Last time when we were going to Mathura, at that time I have catch the train from Vadodara, no?
Yes, yes. Vadodara only one Mataji is coming.
That Tejas was Tejas train, no? Express.
Yes, yes.
Hmm.
So where were we last time?
Mataji, we have completed 1.2.119 and 120.
Chapter 1.2.119, right?
And 120.
Chapter
Okay.
chapter 119. No. We have gone more ahead. 12
Sorry,
chapter.
sorry, Mataji. Yeah, I was studying over there. No, no. In the 12th chapter, 1.2. I'll tell you. 226.
Ah,
226. Yeah. It's
recitation of Srimad
pending.
Bhagavatam. Yes, yes.
Explanation is pending in 226.
Recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam among the devotees. That is the
Yes,
recitation.
Mataji. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, Mataji.
1.2.226. That is Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. And in chapter 12, we are in the recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. 26. So recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam is done among the devotees. For those who don't have inclination for the holy name, they just sometimes criticize the subject. So it is said, Yasyam vai shruyamanayam Krishna Paramapurushe Bhakti Utpadite Pumsam Shoka Moha Bhayaka. Just by reciting Srimad Bhagavatam, we become free from Shoka Moha Bhaya. Shoka refers to the past, some experiences which we don't want to remember, or we have got a very bad experience, so we don't want just to remember that. There is Shoka. And then Moha is what? Whatever in the present situation we are facing, in that we get attached. So there is Moha. Bhaya, in the future, whatever is going to happen, we think a lot, isn't it? We think a lot and then we get depressed and we get fear. Oh, what is going to happen? So Bhagavatam frees us from Shoka Moha Bhaya. Somebody is insulted. Okay. That was our prarabdha that time. God insulted. But it is not a person. It is actually a test by Maya for us. It is said, Parinishtopi Nairgunye. Next verse, anyhow, it is going to come. 127 is also there in this. तथा द्वितीये च परिनिष्टोऽपि नैर्गुण्ये उत्तमश्लोकलीलया गृहीता चेतरादर्शे आख्यानं यत् adhitavan. So, second canto speaks about. In the second canto, it is said, O saintly king, I was certainly situated perfectly in transcendence. Yet I was still attracted by the delineation of the pastimes of the Lord, or which is described in the enlightened verses. So, second chapter, second canto, first chapter, ninth verse speaks about 2.1.9. Sukadeva Goswami speaking this verse to Parishit Maharaj. I was situated in transcendence. But what happened? What is the meaning of transcendence? I was situated in the Brahman realization. I was very much happy, Jnani. But then when I heard about Lord, I got attracted to the verses of Lord. I got attracted to Lord so much by hearing to the enlightened verses. So Parinishtaha, I was very much Parinishtopi Nairgunyi. Nairgunyi means Nirguna. Sometimes Lord is told as doesn't have qualities. He is Nirakar, Nirguna. So Brahman, Sarvam Kalidam Brahman. So who is Lord? Brahman is Lord. Brahman has no form. Nairgunyi. Uttama Shloka Leela. When I heard Uttama Shloka, when I heard the Leela, Gruhita Chetaha Rajarshi Akhyanam Yad Aditavan. I became so attracted to the wonderful pastimes, and by that I got attracted to Krishna. Okay, you read the whole thing because today only both of you are there. So we will try to finish it fast, but I don't want others to miss. So 1, 2, 3 is 226. Fourth is 227. Okay, Aruna, you can
Yes,
read.
Mataji. Okay. 1.2.26 अथा eh,
Read.
या माताजी अथा श्री भागवतार भागवत अर्थ आश्वादो यथा प्रथमे निगमकल्पतरो गलितं फलं शुक निगमकल्पतरो गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रव्य संयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः. Releasing Bhagavatam, verse 91 from the first canto. O expert and thoughtful men, relish Srimad Bhagavatam, the mature fruit of the desire tree of Vedic literature. It emanates from the lips of Sri Sukadev Goswami. Therefore, this fruit has become even more tasteful, although its nectarian juice was already relishable for all, including liberated souls, as Srimad Bhagavatam 1.1.3. 1.2.227 तथा दीप्यते च परिनिष्ठोऽपि नैर्गुण्ये उत्तमश्लोकलीलया गृहीता चेता राजश्रे आख्यानं यद् आदि आदित्वन्. A translation. In similar way, it is said in the second canto, O saintly king, I was certainly situated perfectly in transcendence, yet I was still attached by the declination of the pastime of the Lord, who is described by enlightened verses. Srimad Bhagavatam 2.1.9. Recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam among devotees. Srimad Bhagavatam is the desired tree of Vedic wisdom. Veda itself means the aggregate knowledge.
Yeah, read.
Yeah, Mataji, हाँ. And whatever knowledge is required for human society is perfectly presented in Srimad Bhagavatam. There are different branches of knowledge in the Vedic writings, including sociology, politics, medicine, and military art. All these and other branches of knowledge are perfectly described in the Vedas. So, as far as spiritual knowledge is concerned, that is also perfectly described there. And Srimad Bhagavatam is considered to be the reaped fruit of this desire fulfilling tree of the Vedas. A tree is honored by the production of its fruit. For example, a mango tree is considered very valuable because it produces the king of all fruits, the mango. When the mango fruits becomes ripened, it is the greatest gift of that tree. And Srimad Bhagavatam is similarly held to be the ripened fruit of the Vedic tree. And as ripened fruit becomes more relishable when first touched by the beak of parrot or shuka, Srimad Bhagavatam become more relishable by being delivered through the transcendental mouth of Sukdeva Goswami. Srimad Bhagavatam should be received in disciplic succession without any breakage. When a ripened fruit comes from the upper part of the tree onto the ground by the process of being handed down from a higher branch to a lower branch by a person in the tree, the fruit does not break. Srimad Bhagavatam, when received in the Parampara system or disciplic succession, will likewise remain unbroken. It is stated in the Bhagavad Gita that the disciplic succession or parampara is the way of receiving transcendental knowledge. Such knowledge must come down through the disciplic succession, through authorized person who know the real purpose of the Shastra. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recommended that one learn Srimad Bhagavatam from the mouth of self-realized person called Bhagavatam. Bhagavad, Bhagavad means in relationship with the personality of Godhead, Bhagwan. So the devotee is sometimes called Bhagavatam, and the book that is relationship with the devotional service to the supreme personality of Godhead is also called Bhagavatam. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recommended that in order to relish the real taste of the Srimad Bhagavatam, one should take instruction from the person of the from the person Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is relishable even by liberated person. Sri Shukadev Goswami admitted that although he has liberated from within the very womb of his mother, it was only after relishing Srimad Bhagavatam that he became a great devotee. Thus, one who is desirous of advancing in Krishna consciousness should relish the purport of Srimad Bhagavatam through the discussion of authorized devotees. In Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, first chapter, verse 9, Sukdev Goswami admits that although he was very much attracted by the impersonal Brahman, when he heard the transcendental pastime of the Supreme Personality of Godhead from the mouth of his father, Vyasadev, he became he became more attracted to Srimad Bhagavatam. The idea is that Vyasadev was also a self-realized soul, and his mature contribution of transcendental knowledge was delivered directly to Sukadev Goswami in the manner indicated. Hare Krishna.
Over now. Okay. Next, associating with advanced devotees. It's also wonderful. So that we can learn more, isn't it? Okay. 1.2.228 and 229, both are there. अथ स चातीयासय स्निग्ध श्री भगवत भक्त संगो यथा प्रथमे तुलयाम लवेनापि न स्वर्गं न पुनर्भवम् भगवत संगी संगस्य मार्त्यानां किम् उताशिषः. So when you associate with like-minded, affectionate devotees, what happens? The value of that moment's time, association with the devotee of the Lord, cannot be compared even to the attainment of heavenly planets or liberation from matter. What then to speak of worldly benedictions in the form of material prosperity, which are meant for those who are destined to die? Bhagavat Sangi Sangha means association with persons who are attached to the Lord. Sangha means attachment. Bhagavat Sangi. Bhagavat Sangi means who has attachment to Lord. So even a moment's attachment with them is cannot be even compared to attain the heavenly planets. Heavenly planets and everything, it also becomes tucha actually. In praising association of devotees, the sages at Naimisharanya shows that they also have a desire for the association of devotees. So all the sages were sitting in the Naimisharanya. When Sutta Goswami came, they were saying, till now what we were doing, we were only doing some yajnas. We are actually waiting. We were waiting for the association of devotees so that we can hear about Lord. So this verse is used as an example since it acts as a good instruction for others. The affectionate nature of devotees, snigdha, should be implied from this verse. Snigdha. Snigdha means devotees are very, very affectionate. And if we have association of the devotees who have snigdha, that means affection, concern, then understand it is very easy for us to progress. क्षणार्धेनापि तुल्यये न स्वर्गं न पुनर्भवं भगवत संगी संगस्य मर्त्यानां किमुताशिषः. If one by chance associate with a devotee, even for a fraction of a moment, he no longer has any attraction for the results of karma or jnana. What interest then can he have in the benediction of the demigods, which are subject who are subject to the laws of birth and death? Even demigods are subject to the laws of birth and death. And also even the benedictions what they are giving, this material prosperity, that is also going to go. So the glories of the association of the devotees has been given. The snigdha word is very important. That is what Jiva Goswami writes here. Srila Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur also writes that association of devotees is praised like anything. That is even more than associating with any other things. Sometimes people think, oh, associating with a woman, having some heavenly sukhas, it all becomes insignificant. So we should not even compare the complete results of karma or jnana with a moment's association with devotee or with a small particle of sadhana bhakti. Somebody is able to do some sadhana bhakti, chanting holy name, that cannot be even compared to the results of jnana or karma. Jnana karmadi anavrutam anukulyena krishnanushiranam bhakti uttama anyavidashita shunyam. There should not be any other desire except for association of devotees and doing sadhana bhakti. Simple sadhana bhakti. Just waking up in the morning, chanting the holy name. That cannot be compared to any other things. Now, 229. Hari Bhakti Sudodaya. What it says, Yasyayat Sangatiha Pumso Manivat Syat Sa Tadguna Swakulo Radhayai Tato Dhiman Swayathan Swayuthan Eva Samshayeta. Even Hari Bhakti Sudodaya speaks about it. A man will attain the qualities of the persons with whom he associates. Jaisa sang, वैसा रंग. हाँ? Just as a crystal takes up the color of the object next to it. True. Crystal is there, you keep red color, crystal also becomes red color. Huh. Therefore, the wise man will take shelter of those who have qualities like his own for the prosperity of his family. If he is a devotee, Manimat means crystal. If he is a devotee, naturally he will desire to have devotees association. In this, the example is given about Prahlad Maharaj. When Prahlad Maharaj was asked what benediction he want by Lord Narsimha himself, here Prahlada is sitting on the lap of Narsimha. He could have told, oh Lord, let me always sit on your lap and go on kissing you. What did he say? I want association of Narad Muni. Because if I get association of Narad Muni, Lord is also thinking, what is this? You are sitting with me. You could have easily asked this benediction, oh Lord, let me also sit along with Lakshmi ji. Lakshmi ji on one lap, I on another lap. You could have peacefully asked, isn't it? I can see Lakshmi ji also, I can see you also, both I can see. So nice, wonderful fortune for me. But what did he ask? I want association of Narad ji. Why? Even in the womb also, I heard Narad Katha. You remember we went to Narad Kund in Govardhan Parikrama, which is near Kusum Sarovar. That is a place where in the Narada ashram, Narad ji told Katha to Kayadu. And in this way, the child hears in the womb also. So what he heard, that he told to all his friends, and even Hiranyakashipu was doubting who is teaching, who is teaching. Actually, he heard in the womb itself. And now he says, I want association of Naradji. So that if Naradji is there, then he will tell me Krishna Katha. So wherever Krishna Katha is happening, you have already told, Naham Tishtanti Vaikunte Yogina Vradeshu Tatra Tishtanti Narada Yatra Gayanti Mad Bhaktaha. Wherever my devotees sing the holy name, I am personally present. So I am doubly benefited. You will also be there. Katha is also there. Now what you will tell your own Katha? Here then only I'll get your association. I will be bereft of hearing your Katha. So devotees association is always beneficial because you get to hear about Lord. At the same time, Lord is also present. We don't have eyes to see him, that is our problem. But any Lord is seeing us. In the Katha, he also comes and sits. That is why when the Katha is going on, the sometimes altar opens, sometimes altar closes. Then devotees, what they do pay obeisances. And the Vichara, that Kathakar looks here and there. But it is said one should not disturb the Katha. Let Katha happen. And that time, if we pay obeisances and all, the Katha is distracted. Because Lord is not sitting in the altar, he is also sitting in one among us. And what he does, he hears to the Katha. He loves to hear the Katha. Because the Katha is actually not told by a person. It is empowered by Veda Vyasa. That is why it is known as Vyasa, what do you call? Vyasa Asana. Vyasa Pitha, Vyasa Asana. Because that is the asana of Veda Vyasa. In that, okay, some jiva having the Sukruti gets the fortune to sit, then that doesn't mean that he has become Vyasa. He is empowered by Vyasa to speak. Always understand. He is empowered by the whole parampara to do this service. So sincerely, he should be that service. And what Lord does, he comes and sits and hears to the katha. So Lord is not present in the altar; he is present one among the audience. So in this way, 222, 228, and 229. So Aruna, you can continue. Aditya, if possible, just see, or if he's traveling, no problem. Aruna, you continue.
Yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna. We did two shloka, no, Mataji, 28 and 29.
Yes, yes. 228 is first one, 229 is second.
Yeah, Mataji. अथाश जयति जति यस्या स्निग्ध श्रीभागवत भक्त संगो यथा प्रथमे तुल तुलयामा लावेनपि न सर्व न स न स्वर्गं न पुनर्भवन् भगवत्सङ्गी सङ्गस्य मार्तमा मार्तयानं किम् utashiya. Translation: Association with like-minded, affectionate devotees. Verse 91 illustrated in the first canto. The value of the moments association with the devotee of the Lord cannot be compared even to the attainment of heavenly planets or liberation from matter. What then to speak of worldly benediction in the form of material prosperity, which are meant for those who are destined to die? Srimad Bhagavatam 1.18.13. 1.2.229 Hari Bhakti Subodaya Cha Yasya Yat Sangitah Pumsam Manivat Syat Sad Tadgunaha Swakulara Radhyayi Tato Dhiman Yutan Yuthan eva samshriyat. Translation. It is also said in the Hari Bhakti Subhodaya, a man will attain the qualities of the person with whom he associates, just as a crystal takes up the color of the object next to it. Therefore, the wise man will take the shelter of those who have qualities like his own for the prosperity of his family. uh, Associating with advanced devotees, the importance of discussing Srimad Bhagavatam in the society's pure devotees was explained by Shaunaka Muni during the meeting at Naimisharyan. In the presence of Suta Goswami confirmed that if someone is fortunate enough to associate with a pure devotee of the Lord even for a moment, that particular moment is also valuable, that even those pious activities that can promote one to the heavenly planets or give liberation from the material miseries cannot compare to it. In other words, those who are attached to Srimad Bhagavatam do not care for any kind of benefit derived from elevation to the higher planetary kingdom or for the liberation which is conceived by the trained personalist. As such, the association of pure devotees is so transcendently valuable that no kind of material happiness can compare to it. In Hari Bhakti Subodaya, there is a conversation between Prahlad Maharaj and his father, Hiranyakashipu, in which Hiranyakashipu addressed Prahlad in this way: My dear son, association is very important. It acts just like a crystal stone, which will reflect anything which is put before it. Similarly, if we associated with flower like devotee of the Lord, and if our heart are crystal clear, then certainly the same action will be there. Another example given in this connection is that if a man is potent and if a woman is not diseased, then by their conjugation there will be a conception. In this same way, if the recipient of spiritual knowledge and the deliverer of spiritual knowledge are sincere and bona fide, there will be a good result. Hare Krishna.
Next, chanting the holy name. Wonderful, isn't it? Direct to the point now. Chanting the holy name. अथ श्रीनाम संकीर्तनम् यथा द्वितीये 2.1.11 संकीर्तनम्. It's not given sankirtanam. You saw that? Samkirtanam. Sam means about Lord. Kirtanam means glorifying. Samkirtanam. Yeah, sampradaya. Sam means about Lord. Pra means prakrushta rupena. Daya means to give. एतन्निर्विद्यमानानाम् इच्छताम् अकुतो भयं योगिनां नृपनिर्णेतम् हरेर्नामानुकीर्तनम्. So chanting the holy name, which has been given in verse 92. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given instruction, but the pramana is given by Srila Rupa Goswami. 2.1.11. O King, constant chanting of the holy name of the Lord after the ways of the great authorities is a doubtless and fearless way of success for all, including those who are free from all material desires, those who are desirous of all material enjoyment, and also those who are self-satisfied by dint of transcendental knowledge. That means one who is free from all material desires. Akamo sarva kamo moksha kamo dardi. Tivrena bhakti yogena yateta purusha param. If somebody is a jnani, for him also it is very good. And somebody is a bhogi, again for him also chanting of the holy name is wonderful. Automatically desires will go away. Ichhata. If somebody wants material satisfaction, okay, chant. If somebody wants liberation, chant, chant, chant. You should tell chant. If somebody wants to be a liberated person, very good chant. Nama Kirtanam has no fear attached to it. Like you show laddu, na? Lollipops to the children. You want to go to school? You know, in school you'll get all these lollipops. You take this one lollipop, go and take them. Like that, you have to show lollipops to the children and send them to school. Like that, to make a person chant. What are the benefits of chanting? Hurry, you'll get wonderful mark. You know that? You're failing now every time. You will become first. You'll come first. Today only somebody told me, Mataji, big outstanding is spending. I have to receive a lot of money. That is why I'm waiting to give donation. I told you, give donations, you see how much money comes for you. Sometimes you have to talk like that, what to do. So chant the holy name. A lot of things will come to you. I told him, you chant nicely and give donations, not a problem. So much, whatever pending, one penny will come to you. Anyhow, Krishna protects the words of the devotees. That one adhara is there. Whether we are devotee or not, I don't know. That I am a devotee or not, I don't know. At least one word I give, that is for his service only. So I told him, chant, chant nicely. So it is given here. Chant nicely. That is more important. So Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur says, this is bhakti actually. It is the most important anga of bhakti. Hmm? And chanting of the holy name is a principal method. Whatever other angas are dependent on this. Like you have association of devotees, you have Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam reading, and then you have chanting of the holy name, then you have dhambas, deity worship. For everything, actually, it is chanting which is accompanied. तस्मात् भारत सर्वात्मा भगवान ईश्वरो हरि श्रोतव्य कीर्तितव्यश्च स्मर्तव्यश्च स्मर्तव्यश्चे चिताभ्यम. This is very much important. Those who want to be free from all the miseries, just chant, hear, glorify the holy name of Allah, who is the controller, who is the savior, who is the super soul. So this is 230 first verse. Then comes 231. आदिपुराणे च गीत्वा च मम नामानि विचरेण मम सन्निधौ इति ब्रवीमि ते सत्यं कृतोऽहं तस्य च अर्जुन. By singing my names, in Adi Purana it is said, a person will attain a position close to me. I make this promise. Iti bravimi te satyam. How many promises Krishna gives? That person purchases me. Pratijani priyosi me. There also he has said, understand it very nicely. I give Satyam, I give. Krishna takes promise. And what is that promise? I make him sit close to me. And he has purchased me. What a powerful word. Just see this. He has purchased me. Krishna does not allow everyone to purchase him. It's only for those who chant very sincerely, those who are sincere souls. Krishna directly locks himself in their heart. Krishna says, बंद कर दो मुझे यही ले लो खरीद लो मुझे पाद्मे च येन जन्म सहस्राणि वासुदेवो निसेवितः तन्मुखे हरिनामानि सदा तिष्ठन् तथा तिष्ठन्ति भारत. The Padma Puran also just said the names of the persons, sorry, the names of the Lord remain constantly in the mouth of that person who serves Vasudev for 1,000 births. So who has served Vasudev for 1,000 births? So Lord gives what is that benefit? Name will be always there in your mouth. When you say if he has served Lord 1,000 births, why did he take birth again and again? It is 1,000 births. Na? If you have that, then why Lord made him come again and again, that too in the 1,000 birth? Something remains, no? Something remains. Till we are 100% devotional service, some small things remains, and which is allowed to be carried forward uh, to the service of the Lord, like small, like somebody has done 1%. Then Lord allows to do from 2%. नेहा विक्रमनाशोस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते स्वल्पमप्यस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतोभिः. In this way, there is no loss. So in 1,000 births, we were serving Krishna. Wonderful. If we are serving Krishna for 1,000 births, maybe we don't know this is which birth in that. We don't know. So the advantage of that is in the 1,001th birth, we will be continuously chanting the holy name. Even for a single moment, we will not do any other birth. So maybe we are in which birth, we don't know. Maybe that is this first birth or second birth or what it is. But still, one thing is sure. If you are chanting the holy name, next birth again will be chanting the holy name. Okay? In order to increase that person's eagerness for devotion, the Lord by his own will make that person take repeated birth. Because he has eagerness for more, doing more service. So Lord says, take birth, no problem. Go on taking birth, go on serving me. मम जन्मनीश्वरे भवतात् भक्ति हाइतुकी तो Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also says, let me take birth again and again, again and again. But in every birth, oh Lord, give me a haituki, unmotivated, uninterrupted devotional sense. This is 232, which is there in the third paragraph, as well as 233 is also there. Yatas tatraiva nama chintamani Krishna chaitanya rasa vigraha purna shuddho nityamukta bindhatvam nama namino. This is the verse which you should chant when you start chanting the holy name. Before beginning to chant the holy name, what we do? We chant Prabhupada Pranam Mantra. Somebody is initiated, then what they do? They chant Guru Pranam Mantra and Prabhupada Pranam Mantra. Take shelter of Acharyas, and then Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhari, Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Then start Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. But before doing this, first you should glorify the holy name. And this is a verse which shows that holy name is also person. Abhinnatvam nama naminoho. Like how Lord has 6 qualities, holy name also has 6 qualities in full. Bhagavatam has 6 qualities in full. So holy name also has 6 qualities in full. So Nama Chintamani Krishna's name of Krishna is Chintamani. Chintamani means it is such a wonderful jewel. Chintamani. Also, another meaning is it relieves a person from all the chinta. Chintamani. It's a wonderful jewel. Chintamani Krishna. Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. It is Chaitanya. It is not a dead matter. It is the living, it has life. Our name, if you go on chanting Nivedita, I'll be bored. No sense in that. That is why one has to chant the name given by one spiritual master. Narayani Dasi, Narayani Dasi, Narayani Dasi. At least I am chanting whom? Narayani's name. Narayani is consort of Narayana. So Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. It has full Chaitanya life in it, life force in the holy name. And rasa, full of rasas. मीठो रस से भरी राधा रानी नागिनी सिंह. तो मीठो रस से भरी हरि नाम. हरि नाम is also full of rasa. Purna, it is complete. You don't need to do anything else. Shuddho, completely pure. Nitya Mukto, it is completely Nitya, exalted Mukto, completely liberated, eternally liberated. Abhinatvam Nama Namino, no difference between Lord and the holy name. That is why once Rama told to Hanuman, how is it that all your stones are all floating? Let me also take a stone and throw. He threw, that stone sunk. So then the question arose, how is it that your stones are floating and my stone sunk down? He told, see Lord, yours in our stone we have written your name. And your name is not different from you. So wherever your name is there, you are there and you are there to cross the ocean. You can easily make us cross the ocean. But whoever you have thrown, what will happen? He will sink. So in this way, the stone of Lord sank down. Okay. Then 334. Ah, beautiful verse. I still remember this verse. Why I remember? This is the first verse which Kamalachan Prabhuji came to our house first time. And then he told this verse. Because for us, the time, we did not have that type of preachers who will teach us everything, like how to play Shankha, how to do. We were actually not having that type of preachers that time. Lack of preachers also were there. Lack of association also was there. We used to somehow get some association here and there. Go directly to temple. Temple means what? Directly Bhagavad Katha. Who will teach us all small things? Is there no small things how to worship and all? But then just I casually told I play Shankha, then do this like a worship ka pura. At that time he told this verse. Atha Shri Krishna namadina bhaved grayam indrihi sevan mukhai jivado swayam eva surtiyata. We used to do lot of service. Every year our Gita, we were only 4 people, but we used to do 10,000 Gitas. 8,000, 10,000, 7,000, like that. Lot of services. Physical services, too much. Now, if I think, I was thinking I have too much services. But it was good. Our all sins and all were removed because of that. And we used to go and distribute prasadam like anything. If somebody goes in yatras, 300, 400 people are cooking. And how many people we were together? Just four. In that, two were old people. One was cancer patient, one was epileptic, one was very old. Only I and one Mataji was very small congregation. But we used to do miracles. That time this verse Prabhuji told. Atha Shri Krishna Namadi. The glories of the holy name is revealed to a person who does lot of service. So I cannot forget this verse. It's the first verse which was spoken in our old house. He had come. Na bhaved ghrayam indre. By our senses we cannot understand. But who does sincere services? Krishna reveals. It is said, Sevon mukhahi jivado. Swayameva spurtiyada. Automatically, the knowledge is revealed. So this is the most important verse from Padma Purana. Okay. So Aditya, are you ready with to read or what it is?
Yes, Mataji, I will read. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So 230 to 234 read and then read the whole paragraph.
230 to 234, right? 302. अथ श्रीनाम संकीर्तनम यथा द्वितीये एतन्निर्विद्यमानानाम् इच्छताम् अकुतो भयम् योगिनां नृपनिर्णीतम् हरेर्नामानुकीर्तनम्. Chanting the holy name of the Lord, verse 92 from the second canto. O King, constant chanting of the holy name of the Lord after the ways of the great authorities is the doubtless and fearless way of success for all, including those who are free from all material desires, those who are desirous of all material enjoyment, and also those who are self-satisfied by dint of transcendental knowledge. 1.2.31 231 Adi Purane cha Gitva cha mama namani vicharin mama sanitho Iti bravimi te satyam kritoham tasya charjuna. In the Adi Purana, it is said, by singing my names, a person will attain a position close to me. I make this promise. That person, O Arjun, purchases me. 1.2.232. Padme cha yena janma sahasrani vasudevo nishevitaha tanmukhe harinamani sada tishtanti bharata. In the Padma Purana, it is said, the names of the Lord remain constantly in the mouth of that person who serves Vasudeva for 1,000 births. 1.2.233. Yatastatraiva Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddho Nityamukto Abhinatva Nama Naminoho. It is also said in the Padma Purana, the name of the Lord fulfills all desires like Chintamani. It is the very form of Krishna. It is full of consciousness and rasa. It is complete, pure, and eternally liberated. This is because of the non-difference of the name and Krishna. 1.2.234. Yatha tatraiva atha Shri Krishna namadi nabhavet grayam indriyehe sevan mukhehi jivado swayam eva spurat adaha. Also from the Padma Puran, Krishna and his names cannot be grasped by the material senses, but when a person develops a tendency to accept the Lord's name and form, Krishna then spontaneously appears on the tongue and in the other senses. Chanting the holy name of the Lord. The importance of chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare is very strongly stressed in the second canto, first chapter, verse 11 of Srimad Bhagavatam in the following way. Shukdev Goswami tells Maharaj Parikshit, my dear king, if one is spontaneously attached to the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, it is to be understood that he has attained the highest perfectional stage. It is specifically mentioned that the karmis who are aspiring after the fruitive results of their activities, the salvationists who are aspiring to become one with the Supreme Person, and the yogis who are aspiring after mystic perfections can achieve the result of all perfection stages simply by chanting the Maha Mantra. Shukdev uses the word nirnitam, which means it has already been decided. He was a liberated soul and therefore could not accept anything that was not conclusive. So Shukdev Goswami especially stresses that it has already been concluded that one who has come to the stage of chanting the Hare Krishna mantra with determination and steadiness must be considered to have already passed the trials of fruitive activities, mental speculation, and mystic yoga. The same thing is confirmed in the Adi Puran by Krishna. While addressing Arjuna, he says, anyone who is engaged in chanting my transcendental name must be considered to be always associating with me. And I may tell you frankly that for such a devotee, I become easily purchased. In the Padma Puran, it is also stated the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra is present only on the lips of a person who has for many births worshipped Vasudev. It is further said in the Padma Puran, there is no difference between the holy name of the Lord and the Lord himself. As such, the holy name is as perfect as the Lord himself in fullness, purity, and eternity. The holy name is not a material sound vibration, nor has it any material contamination. The holy name cannot therefore be chanted offenselessly by one who has failed to purify his senses. In other words, materialistic senses cannot properly chant the holy name of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. But by adopting this chanting process, one is given a chance to actually purify himself so that he may very soon chant offenselessly. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has recommended that everyone chant the Hare Krishna mantra just to cleanse the dust from the heart. If the dust of the heart is cleansed away, then one can actually understand the importance of the holy name. For persons who are not inclined to clean the dust from their hearts and who want to keep things as they are, it is not possible to derive the transcendental result of chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. One should therefore be encouraged to develop his service attitude toward the Lord because this will help him to chant without any offense. And so, under the guidance of a spiritual master, the disciple is trained to render service and at the same time chant the Hare Krishna mantra. As soon as one develops this spontaneous service attitude, he can immediately understand the transcendental nature of the holy name of the Mahamantra. Hare Krishna.
We'll stop here because I have today an initiation ka interviews I have to take. Okay? Stop here. So Wednesday we'll try to complete that, and then 13th chapter will take.
Maraji,
13th
one
chapter.
small question.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, Maraji. So, like, before starting any any rounds, like we try to chant 16 rounds. So, before each round, whether we should
Only
chant
one time. Only one time.
only one time.
Not
Okay.
before every day. Just
Okay.
one time. Glorification of the holy name. Simple. It's just
Okay.
glorifying that you are Nama Prabhu.
Okay.
It's not just Nama. I'm taking Nama Prabhu. I'm first glorifying Atha Shri Krishna. Sorry. नाम चिंतामणि कृष्ण चैतन्य रस विग्रह पूर्ण शुक्ल नित्य मुक्त भिन्नत्वां नाम नामिनः अतः श्री कृष्ण नामादीन भवैर्ग्राह्यमिन्द्रिय सेवन्मुखै जीवादो स्वयमेव स्फुर्त्यते. These two verses somehow try to memorize.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Maraji.
See, and the second verse also before chanting, we have to chant.
Yes. The other one is there. When I told you, आचार्या मां विजानीयां न अवमन्येत कदाचित् न मर्त्या बुद्ध्या सूयेत सर्वदेवो मयो गुरु. And this the selected verses and keep it. So it is by chanting, it is our purification. Okay? Panchakal Sarubhesha Kipasindhu Devacha Patitanam Pavani Vishnu Vishnu